everyone, it's Alicia and welcome back into my kitchen. Or if you're new here, hello and welcome into my kitchen. I hope you guys all had a wonderful winter holiday season. I know I did. And the cataract surgery that I had went absolutely splendidly. The surgeon said it couldn't have gone better. They were able to remove the cataract and put the artificial lens in. And my vision in my one good eye that I do have vision in, it's much better, even better than what I had before. And my doctor said that is a typical thing because, you know, the lens is removed and now you have even better sight. So yeah, I am so happy that everything went great with that. My eye is fully healed and I just went to the doctor's the other day to get measured for a new glasses prescription, so that's exciting. I always love doing that, but it was especially powerful this time because, like I mentioned in my last video, I didn't know if I was going to have any remaining sight at all. So thank you for everyone who sent me well wishes for my surgery, and I apologize that I haven't had a video up in a while. It's just I was recovering, and then there were the holidays, and then the computer that I filmed my videos on and had my editing software on died, so I had to get another one. So basically I had a lot of stuff going on, but now I'm here to make another video, and this one will be the last video filmed in this kitchen because my sister and I are going to be moving. We got a notice that our apartment building has been bought by new owners and they want to renovate it. But to do that, they're kicking everyone out and making us all move in the middle of a pandemic, which is kind of a shitty thing to do. Our on-site property manager thought the same thing, but there was nothing she could do to stop the selling of the building or them wanting to kick us all out. But the good news is my sister and I, we found a wonderful new place to live. It's still in the same town that we live in now, but it's in the downtown area, so it's within walking distance to a bunch of coffee shops and little boutiques and restaurants. So once all those places open up again, we'll be able to visit them, which is great for people like us being visually impaired and blind. We can't drive, so finding things within walking distance is fantastic, and I can't wait to show you guys our new place once we move in. We'll be able to move in around March 10th, and so that's why this will be my last video in this kitchen, because it's 2 weeks away that we're going to be moving, so we'll be busy packing and all that good stuff. So for the last recipe I make in this kitchen, I'm going to be sharing a new recipe that I found thanks to this wonderfully charming cooking channel called Weekend at the Cottage, and I will link their channel below. It's for a recipe for an apple cake that has been passed down in their family through their German grandmother Oma, and so it's called Oma's apple cake. And even though in the video they say we're not supposed to tweak it, I will have to make a couple adjustments based on what I have in my quarantined kitchen and personal preferences. For instance, they feature nuts in their cake, and you know me, I don't care for nuts in cake, but hopefully they will forgive me for adjusting things slightly and it will turn out just as delicious. So with that, let's get started. So here we have the ingredients for the basic cake batter, and you don't have to separate them like this. You can just add them all into one bowl, but I just separated them to show them to you. Here we have the wet ingredients, which are some eggs, sugar, and oil. And in this bowl we have dry, which are flour, baking soda, and cinnamon. And I'm cutting the recipe for this cake in half because it makes a big sheet cake, and with it being just my sister and me, we don't need a cake that big. So in this video you'll see me make half the recipe, but I will put in the description below the full measurements to make a whole giant cake, and you can measure that as you want if you want to cut it in half too. So now I'm going to mix the dry ingredients into the wet to make the base for the cake. And here is the cake batter all mixed up. It's a nice dark, kind of almost caramely brown color. And here I have the rest of the ingredients. In this bowl I have some diced up apple, and here in this one I have some rolled oats that I'm going to put in place of the nuts, because I've had other apple cakes that feature rolled oats and it's really yummy, so I figured that will be similar to adding the texture of nuts, and it's good for apple cake especially to have a little something to provide extra texture, whether it's nuts or rolled oats or raisins, but you can add whatever you like. And then in here, in this cup, I have a few chocolate chips. The original recipe calls for grated chocolate, but I don't have baker's squares of chocolate, nor do I have a chocolate grater, so I figured out what the same measurement would be in chocolate chips. I don't know if that will work. I've never used a recipe that has grated chocolate in it. I've seen grated chocolate on top, like for just a garnish, but I've never heard of it being put in a recipe. So for bakers who have, should I have used cocoa powder or will chocolate chips work? I don't know, but I'm gonna try it and see if it worked. So yeah, all I have to do now is add all of these ingredients in and put the batter in a cake pan. And here is the batter all mixed up and in the cake pan. You could see the apples on top. Looking at it now, I probably should have cut them a little bit finer, but a chunky apple cake never hurt anybody. And sometimes I like bigger pieces of apple in apple cakes or muffins or apple strudel, because sometimes if you cut them too small, they can kind of get mushy or just disintegrate into the cake, and it ruins the texture, I think. So yeah, here is the cake batter all mixed up, and now I'm going to transfer this into the center of a 350-degree oven for 35 to 40 minutes, or until a knife inserted in the middle comes out clean. And here is the apple cake, guys, just out of the oven. It's a lovely dark golden brown with the bits of green apple in them, and it smells wonderful. It smells like apple and cinnamon, and it looks like it's going to be a very dense, thick cake, but apple cake typically is, and I cannot wait to try this. I'm going to definitely have some for breakfast tomorrow, because apple cake, even though you can eat it for dessert too, obviously, I always think it makes a wonderful breakfast coffee cake. So I'm going to enjoy my first slice tomorrow for breakfast. And it says in the recipe, once the cake is cooled a bit, but it's still a little warm, to dust it with powdered sugar before slicing it. So that's what I'm gonna do. I hope you guys enjoy it if you try it, and please check out Welcome to the Cottage's YouTube channel. They're full of wonderful recipes, and the host of the channel seems really nice, and I hope you guys enjoy him and his work as much as I do. So here is one last look at this beautiful apple cake. So yeah, this is it, guys, my last video here in this wonderful cozy little kitchen I've grown to love. And unexpectedly, of course, I didn't know that I would be having to move, so it's bittersweet, definitely, but I'm also excited to start a new chapter and be in a new apartment. And I just want to say, no matter how long you've been to this channel, even if this is your first time seeing it with this video, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting, subscribing, trying the recipes. It's just been wonderful to get to know you all, and hopefully I will have lots of more yummy recipes in the future to share in my new home, and also more writing videos. I know I haven't done one on writing or the craft of writing in a long time, so if you have any topics you'd like me to cover, please feel free to ask, because one of the reasons why I haven't done writing advice videos in a while is because I don't know what you guys want me to talk about. So yeah, I'm always open to suggestions with writing and with witchcraft videos too. again, I don't know in that respect what you want me to talk about, so feel free to make suggestions, and thank you again so much for your support, and I will see you in my new kitchen. And thank you all so much. I hope you try this wonderful apple cake and any of my other recipes that you find, and I look forward to all the new ones in my wonderful new kitchen. I will see you there. Thank you, and blessed be.